So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. It's Dredd, the game of crime fighting in Mega City 1 from Games Workshop in 1982. A little bit lighter fare. It's kind of like playing a comic book, sort of. The game designer is Ian Livingstone. The artist, Brian Ballard, does the box cover. And then Ian Gibson does the board. I like how the colorful Dredd stands out against a kind of a monotone background. Mega City 1, a vast metropolis of the 22nd century, where more than 800 million citizens live in a knife edge of tension. Crime is a way of life for many, but one fact can be relied on: Judge Dredd is the law. He's the toughest lawman of them all. Whether the crime is littering or murder, no one escapes his justice. Now you can join Judge Dredd in his fast action game of crime fighting in Mega City 1. You can arrest the Angel Gang, Dredd's death, Orlok the Assassin, and other notorious lawbreakers. But look out, they're tough, and sometimes you might need a Roboduck to fix you up. A lower complexity game plays 2 to 6 players. Components are all very well done. The rulebook, surprisingly, is fairly short, actually, of the nice cover art. It's 4 pages, but of that, there's really only like 2 pages of rules. And here's the detailed credits. So it's listed as, of course, it's 1982 Games Workshop Limited, and it also 1982 IPC Magazines Limited. So there's a lot of cards involved, and it's got this handy card reference. Background information on the sectors, crimes, and perpetrators from the comic 2000 AD. It shows it's on the cards. And the other items, there's 54 of these action cards. There's 21 sector cards, 28 perp cards, 28 crime cards, and then there's judge cards for each of the different players. And then there's also a turn start card. So here's some examples of the cards, action cards. Of course, the ours outstanding. A couple examples: Roboduck fixes you up in no time. You may leave intensive care immediately, or you set your lawmaster on auto as decoy. Add 1 to your combat roll. Another example would be Max Normal, the best dressed informer in Mega City 1. Gives you the lowdown, move any perp and crime on the board, up to 2 sectors in any direction, or your infrared sights. Allow a clear shot at a perp in the gloom. Add 1 to your combat roll. Examples of crimes: scrawling, tap, sectors. So the sectors correspond to the different positions on the board. There's power tower, one ray example. Perpetrators, for example, there's combat values: 5. Spire Schultz, Blitz Agent. 9, the Angel Gang. And these are the judge cards for each of the 6 players, and the turn start card. And the version I got, there's also these. Well, there's dice comes with it, of course. Then there's these really nice little miniatures. It's nice to get some unique miniatures in the game there too. So of course the action cards are the actions and items. The equipment that affect judges during the course of crime busting. 21 sector cards are the sector locations except the starting sectors in Justice Department. Perp cards are the perpetrators of crime. Crime cards are the type of crime. And there's the board. It is 2 separate sections that each fold in half. It's 22 by 16 when you put them both together. And visually it looks great. So these are the different sectors that the judges will go to investigate crimes. Some of the different sectors I go through I'll indicate some of their starting sectors. So there's West 17 Test Labs, which is a starting sector. Sunshine Synthetic Foods, Rikers Shuggy Hall, The Maze, Justice Department Armory, which is a starting sector. The Dream Palace, the Palais de Boeing, the Spaceport, which is also a starting sector, the Moonray Tower, the Charles Darwin Block, Harlem Hall Airball Stadium, Agra Dome, the Alien Zoo, Auto Sumps Ugly Clinic, Smokatorium, the Travel Bureau, Justice Department Hospital, which has an intensive care unit, the Weather Congress, City Hall, which is also a starting sector, Grand Hall of Justice, starting sector, Statue of Judgment, New U Face Parlor, Devil's Island, Channel 99, Ryzik, Academy of Law, which is also a starting sector, and the Power Tower. In this game, each player is a judge patrolling Mega City 1. Crime reports come in, and each judge races to the scene in an attempt to arrest a criminal. The winner is the judge who has arrested the greatest value of criminals and crimes by the end of the game. The game turn consists of 2 rounds, movement and arrest. In the movement round, all players move and play action cards. In the arrest round, all players may play action cards, and those they're able to must attempt an arrest. Setting up here then, I'll be doing a 3-player game. So first of all, you take the number of judge cards equal to the number of players less 1, so I'll take 2 judge cards. Then I'll take the turn start card, shuffle it in with those that I chose. Players turn up. So first is red, purple. And then turn start card. We'll have red and purple. And then the one that they got the turn start card gets to choose whatever color they want, and they'll go with yellow. They'll be going first, so I'll keep that. Then they'll take the yellow judge card. And then the starting player places a starting sector. They'll choose the Grand Hall of Justice. Then the other players choose as well. The red judge will go to the West 17 test labs. Purple judge will go to the Justice Department Armory. So then the starting player sets the crimes up. First of all, to the sector, so Power Tower, down here. Choose a perp randomly, set there, and then you take a crime, put on top of that. Choose another sector, Moonray Tower, put a perp there, and a crime, Charles Darwin block, perp, crime, Agrodome, perp, crime, Harlem Heroes Airball Stadium, perp and crime, and then lastly Alien Zoo, perp and crime. So the crimes we have are arson, kidnap, tap, alien seed selling, which is interesting that that's in the Alien Zoo area, but that's coincidence. Scrawling and emergency. And then each of the 3 players randomly gets 6 action cards. And normally they would just hide them from the others, but since I'm playing against myself, I'll show them all. So I got 6 up here for yellow, 6 for red, and 6 for purple. Then we'll get into play. So we'll start the movement. Yellow goes first because it has a turn start card. Go up to 2. 1, 2. Let's go into this crime scene. And we turn up what the perp is there. So it's tap and Spider Schultz Blitz Agent. He won't play any action cards quite yet. Then we go to red. He can move 2. Let's see what cards he has first. He'll go down to this crime scene. See what the perp is. So it's Geek Gordon with arson. He's going to play an action card. He's going to do this one here. Some footsies do an outdoor boing from the top of traveler block of a tower block. Let's see you play a tip-off card. They will land on you and go to Justice Hospital Intensive Care. So he'll play that on yellow. His other option would be he could add 2 to his combat roll. So yellow goes to intensive care. purple. He'll move. This should be an easy one to get because it's kind of a low combat roll. So he'll go over here to scrawling, see who the perp is. But it's the Angel Gang, so they're pretty tough. They got 9. But he's going to apply this card during the movement phase to red, which is some perp has slipped some Uncle Umpty candy in with your Megamins. You love it so much, you'll miss your next move. So he'll apply that to red so they can't move next time. Then we do the combat. So he yells in intensive care, but they have a Roboduck card. The Roboduck fixes you up in no time. You may leave intensive care immediately. So he'll just move out to the sector here. And discard that card. But he doesn't have any combat. So red can't move next time, but he can do combat this time. So he'll use this card for his combat, which is your anti-dazzle visor gives you the edge. Add 2 to your combat roll. So I'll also use this card, which is you have a weather warrant, which allows you to order local fog to cover your actions. Add 1 to the combat roll. So he's got 2 + 1, 3 to his combat base, and his combat base is 5, so he's got 8. And then the perp has 2 for the perp and then 4 for the crime, so 6. So first we'll go for the judge. So 10 versus 8. He's successful. Discard these, and he collects these. And then purple will do combat. So he's up against the little crime of scrawling, but he's also up against the Angel Gang. So he's going to see what he can do here. He has to try to make an arrest, but he's kind of limited what he can do. So he's going to try. A rookie judge is with you on patrol at 1 to your combat roll. And also, you surprise the perp by using section pads and add 1 to your combat roll. So he's got +2, so he's got 7. Total of 8. And he's already lost because the total of Scrawling Angel Being is 10, but just for completeness. So he goes to intensive care. And none of them are in an area where they can get more than 1 action card, so they'll each get 1 action card. 1 crime came off the board, so we got to replenish. So there's 6 of them. Auto Sumps Ugly Clinic. And we do the perp and the crime. And then yellow will go. They need to collect some perp, so they're gonna go up here. Okay. Then we'll go to red. They missed their turn, so they can't move. Purple has a Roboduck. They'll use that to get out of intensive care. And then I'll move up here to see what's going on with this crime. Toby Gee's kidnap. Then we'll do the combat round. Yellow. So yellow's got a pretty good challenge. It's Joseph Madtooth McGill and Alien Seed Selling. Total of 9. So he's going to do a couple cards. He's got 1 that adds an extra roll to the combat factor. That's good. And also, he thinks he needs a little bit more, so he's got this other one. This perp is well hidden. You send in the Robo Dogs, add 3 to your combat roll. So he's got an extra die and then +3. So he's got 5 + 8 and then 1 more die roll. 13 and then the regular die roll. 18, so he's in pretty good shape. And he'll automatically win, but for completeness there, 9, 15, he's successful. Collects the perps and crime. Red doesn't have any combat. Purple is going against Dobie Quig and Kidnap. Let's see what he has here. He's got a few add 1s to the combat roll. He does have to fight. Right now he's 5 versus 10, so he's going to need some bonuses there. All of his cards are just +1. I guess he'll try one of those. It's looking pretty unlikely, but he's got 6, so 11 versus 14, so he loses and goes to intensive care. Each get one more action card. None of them are beyond 6 yet, so you get all the cards. Then we'll go to yellow. They're not going to face the Angel Gang there. It's too tough. So they're going to go to the Mega City 5000 here. And they're going to play Joe Lips Lazarus, Squeals, and a Perp. Move any one Perp and Crime and board up to 2 sectors in any direction. So he's going to mess with Red over here. It's a pretty tough crime, so he's going to put them there so that he'll have to combat them, try to make an arrest. Because he can't leave there without trying. So Red will move, but let's see what they have. Guess he won't do anything. Purple, we can only move into the Justice Department hospital sector. Then we'll do combat. Yellow has Judge Death, which is unfortunate, and the Mega City 5000. So it's looking pretty tough for him because Judge Death is 10. So let's see what he has. Well, he would, right now it's 5 versus 14, so it's 9 difference. So he would need at least adding 3 to get a potential tie. He could add 4, but he's pretty sure he's going to lose this battle, so he's not going to invest any cards in that. He's lost that one. He goes to intensive care. Red, it's got a tough battle too. He's got 5 versus 10. Let's see what he has. You can add 2 to a combat roll, 2 more to a combat roll, 1 more to a combat roll. So by using Myclon gas grenade, you can add 2 to his combat roll. Sell them the perp up with your long gun before closing in, add 2 to the combat roll. And get your Lawmaster on. Auto's decoy, and 1, so he's got 5, so even odds there. So he'll go 3. Purpose 3, so it's a tie, but he loses his cards and he's got to stay there. So that's all the combat. Hopefully that gives you a better sense how to play it. That's Judge Dredd from Games Workshop from 1982. It's a pretty simple game. You're basically playing a comic book, and a lot of the character is in the different cards and the art. The combat obviously is pretty simple, but there's strategy. You can mess up your opponents by doing various messing up their combat strings or moving them where they don't want to go. A lot of luck involved, of course, but it's enjoyable kind of getting immersed in the world of Judge Dredd, I guess. Definitely high marks for the art. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Definitely glad I have my collection. Thanks a lot.